Okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add what's left for my windows and doors that are still remaining. I've got a door I'm going to add here. I've got some windows here on the second floor and one above the garage that I need to go about adding. So I'm going to start with that window I have above the garage. So looking at my first floor plan, which is actually drawing A-03, I can see the location of this window. So let's see. Actually, maybe it shows up in the second floor plan. Or maybe it shows up nowhere. Perfect. Looking on the drawing here. So let's see. I am not seeing it shown anywhere. That's certainly annoying when that happens. So we're just going to have to use our best judgment. So for this window above the garage, it is window number 2. And we've got actually a few of these window number 2. So I'm going to start by just laying out the center point here. I know it falls right in the center of that roof, so I'm just going to have to use my best judgment because I am not seeing the call out of that exact window location anywhere. So let's see here. So I know, we'll say it is 6 inches above our first floor. And I know my window opening for window number 2 is a height of 3 feet, 0.75 inches. And, whoop, so 3 feet, 0.75 inches is going to be my window height. And my lateral dimension here is, let's see, so 3 feet, 0.75 inches, so half of that would be 1 foot, 6.375 inches. Same thing over here, so 1 foot, 6.375 inches. So just like before, I'm going to use my push-pull command and I'm going to pop this window in exactly where it needs to go. And of course, why would it not work? So I'm gonna okay, so I know that my window, the walls here are supposed to be 6 inches, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push this in. We'll go 6 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this rectangle so I can see on the inside here. For whatever reason, it was not working with me there. So, and now that I see this, I think I see some of the problems I guess I might have. This should all be on the first floor. Let's see, this opening should be on the first floor. So let's turn off the roof and see what we got going on here. Okay, so this should be on the first floor. If I go inside of here, oh, I see exactly what's going on. So somehow, somewhere along the way, I must have deleted the inside of this. Okay, so if I get rid of the roof, I'm going to go ahead and add some actual thickness to this. So let's see here. So this should be, we want, whoop. So I'm going to push this so it is 6 inches. Boy. So you might, the only reason I'm torching you by showing you exactly what I'm doing is you never know, some of you out there might be dealing with some of the same issues, so at least you can see how I went about fixing it, and hopefully that'll help you. Okay, so I'm going to retrace this wall with my first floor layer on. So now if I go and shut off the roof, in theory it should have stayed put. Okay, so let's see. Turn this on, see if I can't get this to work. Okay, so apparently somehow we got a little astray here. Let's just see if I can build this wall the hard way. Okay. So I'm definitely cheating a little bit. Apparently when I was building the roof in the garage, I did not make the wall the proper thickness. And let's see here. You can see that this line I just drew is crooked as hell, so let's see. Okay. So all I'm doing here after the fact is going in and I'm adding these walls. So there's at least some sort of a thickness to them. So let's see how bad I mess this up. Okay, maybe it's not so bad. I see we've got some vestibule still sticking through here. So apparently I was on the roof layer when I was laying that out. So you'll find, you know, some quirks like this. To be honest, it's really not the end of the world. But still, that being said, we want to get this as close as we can to being something presentable. So I'm on the inside of my garage right now, and I'm just deleting some of these former vestibule wall sections. Okay, so this is where my window here is going to go. So I'm going to make a component just like I did in the past, and so I'm going to cut and paste this, and I'm going to make my window 2 component over to the side here. So I'm not going to show this because we've already done it a million times, so I'm going to make my window and then we'll come back here and revisit. I actually just realized when I was trying to make this component that we actually already have a window number 2, and here's window number 2, so I'm just going to copy, paste that, and then I'm going to plunk it right in where it needs to go. So there's our window number 2 above the garage. Okay, we've got a couple more window number 2s we're going to add. We have one right here in this little vestibule space. So that should, in theory, be on the plan. So let's hope that the location of that one is. I can see here right away that it is. My distance vertically is 7 feet 8 inches to the top of that window. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. And laterally, if I look at drawing A-04, I also have the location of that. So it looks like from this, it's the center of this window. So let's pull my center point here. So from the center of this window, it is 11 feet. And lo and behold, ta-da, it actually looks like it's in the right spot. So let's pull this over to the side. So all I'm doing here is I'm going to be punching out a hole where my window number 2 is going to go. So going to the side, we go 1 feet, 6.375 inches. Offset it 1 feet, 6.375 inches. And offsetting the window in the vertical direction, we got 3 feet, 0.75 inches. So I'm going to hopefully be able to cut out my rectangle if everything is going to plan here. So look for the on face. Something's a little horked up here. That's right, we have our wall on the inside. So I'm going to offset this 6 inches, and then we're going to have to cheat a little bit on this as well. So this is, obviously you can see there's things with this program that are good, and then there's things that are in this program that are bad. So I want to trace this to make sure that when I erase it, I'm not erasing basically a wall next door. So let's make sure that that's going to be the way I want it. So let's get my layers, get rid of my roof so I can see what the hell is going on. And it looks like everything is properly traced, so I should be able to, in theory, delete this now. Ooh. Somehow I see our wall got deleted. I hope I didn't just do that. Let's see. What I mean by that is this wall, which used to have a thickness at one time, looks like it got deleted. That's kind of a crap deal. So let's see about fixing that. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna fix this. Definitely something you guys don't need to watch. But basically, I'm gonna add a wall section here that got somehow deleted at one point. Okay, I went and fixed that wall. So looking at this from the inside, I basically fixed the wall. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, so now I can go and I can take what is my component number 2. So Control C, Control V. I'm gonna have to rotate it. And then I can move it and plop it right into place where it needs to go. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all those guides. So far so good. I've got another window on the back side here that I need to add. That's also a component number 2. I've got dimensions that from this point here it is 7 feet 8 inches to the top of the window. And so looking at this, my dimension to where that window is at, if I pull up my second floor plan, which is drawing A-04, I can find out exactly where that window is actually located at. So let's see here. Showing window number 2 is at, from this edge, it is 16 feet 5.75 inches. It looks to be smack dab in the middle. So looking at my window schedule found on drawing A-01, I know that it's offset 1 feet 6.375, offset 1 feet 6.375, and my total height of my window is 3 feet 0.75 inches. So I'm going to cut this out again, and I would be willing to bet I probably have the exact same problem on this window. So let's see, I'm going to offset it 6 inches, and then I'm going to delete that. And sure enough, it looks like I'm going to have literally the exact same problem I had on that other wall. So there definitely was probably something I did wrong when I was actually laying this out. So I'm going to turn off the roof, and I'm going to see exactly what I got going on. More than likely, I probably don't even have a wall that's here. And yes, sure enough, that's... no, maybe not. Looks like I do have a wall there. Yeah. Oh, no. Nope, nope. Sure enough, I don't. So what I'm doing here, I'm zooming in, and I'm going to attempt to fix this as well. So I'm going to pause the video and fix this wall. And, yeah, good time. Okay, so I went ahead and fixed that wall, and then I went ahead and dropped in my window number 2. So last but not least, I've got this door that I need to add, and then all my windows and doors should be complete for this house, which is, yay, we're getting there. Let me just make sure. So if I look this over, yep, that looks like it. All I've got left to add here is I got this window in, these windows, and I have got thing at the side. That looks good. I've got this door that I need to add. So that door, this door here is the last thing that I have to add, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that that's just like my front door. So my front door opening is 6 feet 11 and a quarter, so 6 feet 11.25 inches. And I'm going to assume it's actually in the center of this wall. So half of that door is 1 feet 7.09375. 1 feet 7.09375. So this is going to be my opening for my door, so hopefully this punches out better than my roof area did. Whoa. Yay! Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my front door and I'm going to copy that component. So I'm going to click on it, Control C. I'm going to paste it way the heck out here so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to rotate it. Okay, so once I get it rotated the way that I want it, I can go ahead and I can plop it right in where it needs to go. And ta-da! So there is my door. And I just noticed, look at this component is messed up. So the cool thing about making this a component is I can go in and edit it and it'll change all of the components. And what I mean by the fact that it's messed up is I have a frame all the way around my door, and that is not right. So looking in here, I'm going to turn off some things. I'm going to actually edit this out here so I can get in here and see what's going on. And the cool thing is, by changing it here, it will be changing all the components that are like this, so my front door will be changed as well. And I see that somewhere along the line, my painting of the inside of the door didn't stay put. Okay, so I've changed that component, so now I can go ahead and I can drop it back into place, and my front door will have changed as well, because that's why we make things components. Works a lot easier that way. So I'm going to drop it right into place, and ta-da! Okay, so I've got all of my roofs have been added, all of my doors, everything is complete. So the next thing I'm going to be adding is I'm going to be creating my stairs. Dun dun dun. Not an easy topic. So that'll be the next thing that we're going to do. I don't want you to be too concerned about these exterior lines out here. If you delete these, you're going to be deleting walls. So we're just going to deal with the fact that our house is going to have some lines on the outside of it. Not a big deal. Okay, so I'll meet you in the next video when we're talking about how to lay out the stairs.